Sai Kung Country Park, and it is also known as the Grass Island. And more specifically, Tat Moon is located in northwest of the New Territories, and it is about 30 kilometers northwest to Hong Kong Island and adjacent to the Sai Kung Country Park. As you can see on this map, actually Tat Moon is a remote island, and it is only accessible by ferry or water taxi. And then is how to go there. Method 1 is to take a taxi from MTR University Station from exit B, and then go to Malaysia Ferry Pier for Kaito, and the journey takes about 1.5 hours. Method 2 is to take a bus 1904 from Sai Kung to Wong Sek Pier. The journey takes only around 35 minutes and it is quite fast. We prepared an online survey to investigate how much do the general public know about Tat Moon. All the interviews are randomly picked. We hope that through this interview can arouse the public's interest in visiting Tat Moon. And here is a question sample. Like number 1, have you ever heard of a place called Tat Moon? And have you ever been to Tat Moon? And why did you visit it? And what is your image regarding Tat Moon? And then it comes to question number 5. Do you know what Tat Moon used to be? And another question is, do you know what are the decencies of the residents living in Tat Moon? And do you know that there is a marine parade in Tat Moon during Hin Hao Festival? And then here comes the question results. And question number 1 and 2 indicates that a lot of people don't know and never been to Tat Moon before. And question number 3 shows that people usually visit Tat Moon for hiking only. In terms of the image regarding Tat Moon, most of the people choose seafood restaurants. And it comes to question number 5. Many interviewees get the answer correct, that is the fishing area. For question number 6, most of the interviewees get the answer correct. For question number 7, well over half of the interviewees don't know there is a marine parade. In conclusion, based on the result, it shows that there is a vast majority of the general public is not familiar with Tat Moon.
Let's look into the past of Tat Moon. Tat Moon used to be a famous fishing area. There were 5,000 residents living at the peak era. So, how was the life of the residents in the 1960s? People who lived on the island were mainly from Hakka and Tengger descents. They made a living by catching fishes, farming, and selling grocery and fishing tools. Also, there are many fishing boats moored near the island at the time, while the island provided all kinds of stuff for those fishing ships, including food and fishing equipment. There were also many gambling activities in the street, especially in the Hoi Pond Street in Tat Moon. As a result, it had a nickname of Mini Macau at the time. Moreover, Tat Moon used to be a sufficient resource of abalone in the 1950s, while there were also many sea urchins found in the sea. The residents could always catch sea urchin and harvest abalones without any equipment and just diving in the water. Due to the fishing activities in Tat Moon, the residents worship Tin Hau, which they believed that it can protect the fishermen, their fishing equipment, as well as the community. This is the Tin Hau Temple, which was built by the residents in the late 17th century to worship Tin Hau. It had already had 400 years history. There had been a parade to celebrate the Tin Hau festival, as known as Taiping Qing Chiu, since the late Qing dynasty, and they had the parade every 10 years. During the parade, there were 600 to 700 fishing boats, and all the fishermen and their families living nearby gathered in Tet Mun in the 1970s to celebrate the festival. The villages include Tet Mun, Kat O, Kulawan, Samushai, Samwan, and Samukshet. The villagers travel across islands to Tet Mun once a decade for the parade. Also, there were puppet shows performed by the residents, Chinese opera, and a vegetarian fest during the 6-day parade. However, fishing activities in Tet Mun started to decline in the 1970s. There were several reasons. Firstly, there were water pollution, such as red tiles on the sea, which may kill most of the sea creatures. It caused greatly decrease in the amount of fish being caught. Secondly, commercial net fishing was introduced. It caused overfishing of the onshore fishes, which also decreased the amount of fish. And finally, the living pace of tanker descents had moved from the boats to the permanent housing, which decreased the activities near the seas, including the fishing activities. While the number of population on the island had also reduced. For the first reason, as they could only catch fishes for a living. However, as mentioned before, the fishing activities had reduced due to several reasons. Most of the residents moved out to find other job opportunities, including working as factories. For the second reason, the young people moved to urban areas or other countries to seek for better education and more opportunities. For the third reason, there was a wave of immigration to the United Kingdom due to the Immigration Act introduced in the 1960s. These reasons caused the reducing population in Tet Mun. There were some heritage found under the sea which indicate the past of Tet Mun, such as 2 stone lions were found under the sea. There were 2 stories associated with the stone lions. Firstly, due to not big enough and not having a healthy look, the residents thought that the stone lions were not able to bring further wealth to Tet Mun. They were then abandoned to the sea and replaced by the new ones. For the second story, after the fatal accident of a young villager, the residents would like to remove the bad luck of the village. Therefore, they discard the stone lions into the sea. For both of the story, they showed that the villagers of Tet Mun were superstitious and believed that their fortune and the prosperity of Tet Mun were related to the stone lions.
Now, let's talk about the present of Tet Mun. Nowadays, Tet Mun is best known for its beautiful scenery. The blue sky, sea, cattle, and the life of fishermen made it a place which is dominated by tourism. Tenga and Hakka villages return to Tet Mun to hold a marine parade every 10 years to celebrate Tin Hao Festival. This tradition has lasted for 220 years. During the festival, a puppet show will be performed by local performers. Let's talk about the attractions in Tet Mun. First, it is the Tet Mun Hoi Ping Street. It was once a fishing community which still survives on the main street of the village. By visiting this street, you can feel the breeze in front of the sea with skiffs and fish rafts. Experience local tastes in the seafood restaurants and buy local sea products from the street stores. Next, it is the Tin Hao Temple. It is a 400-year-old temple which is connected to Tet Mun Cave on the opposite shore of the island. You will love to take a detailed look at the century-old exquisite ceramic sculptures on the roof of the temple. Next, it is the Hilltop Pavilion. It is a grassland in Tet Mun. It is a famous spot for people to take a nice walk and take a look at the beautiful scenery nearby. Next is the Balance Rock. It is composed of 2 neatly stacked rectangular rocks of around 6 meters high in the shape of the Chinese character Lui. It is also named Fat Tat Moon, which is also known as Stupa Door, as the stupa, together with the nearby Tat Moon Cave, opens up to Mirror's Bay like a door. The name of this island was later simplified as Tat Moon. Next, it is the Tat Moon New Fisherman's Village in Yongshi.
Here we comes to the part future of Tat Moon. It is a popular destination or a polluted grassland. As Tat Moon has become a tourism-dominated island, it is also a new tourist site to visitors from mainland China. Many tour groups from mainland came to Tat Moon at the week of 1st of May. Well, the report shows that these visitors discarded garbage such as plastic bags, foam, and tents on the island, causing pollution to the island and nearby marine habitat. Stray cattle may also eat those waste plastic bags, so it will harm the animal lives in there too. Besides, since the outbreak of coronavirus in 2020, many Hong Kong citizens went to Tat Moon for sheltering and hot BBQs, and some waste are also found there. Here is a huge farm found in Tat Moon. We can see how serious the pollution problem is. As people did not take away their rubbish, such as unused honey and BBQ forks, elderly cleaner has to carry those smelly waste one by one. Here is the actual image of coastal line at Tat Moon. Plenty plastic products and foam are floating on the water surface, which can harm the sea animals a lot. Plastic waste are not only left on the land, but will also flow into the ocean. So, how to solve the pollution problems? Well, there is a lack of policies to limit the disposal of garbage. The protection of environment at Tat Moon is now mainly depends on people's conscience. Therefore, it is suggested to have a stricter management on littering on the grassland, such as increasing the penalty for improper garbage disposal and set a more warning sign to remind the visitors. Also, NGOs can hold more volunteer works to help cleaning the beach on Tat Moon so that less plastic products will be flowing into the ocean. Ecotourism is also a possible way to boost the economies of Tat Moon as well as its environmental protection. It is a form of tourism involving visiting fragile, pristine, and relatively undisturbed natural areas, as it is intended as a low-impact and often small-scale alternative to standard commercial mass tourism. Ecotourism can not only educate the traveler but also provide funds for ecological conservation.